to be himself. Like, New England didn't allow him to coach. I allow him to coach. I just sit back sometimes and watch. Just like Belichick, I'm sure, buddy. Brian Westbrook is back with us now. Brian, I gotta ask, what'd you make of Bruce Arians' comments?
You know, Jenna, I love Bruce Arians. I love his honesty. I love the way that he gets after his players. But I'm just going to tell you what Bill Belichick would do when he hears this. He's going to throw this up. That's all he's going to do. He's going to put up 6. Because we have 6 Super Bowls. And until Bruce Arians, you get to that first one, if you can win this week, and then a couple weeks after that, at that point, then you can at least tell me, or we'll have the conversation of what you're going to do with Tom Brady. But if you can't get past that point, then I don't actually care what Bruce Arians has to say as far as what you do with Tom Brady.
Right. I mean, winning solves everything. And they have a way of winning there. It's called the Patriot way. So that's it. Like, Bruce, you can't really knock the GOAT right now in Belichick because he did it his way and they got 6 Super Bowl rings. And this is why it worked, because Tom Brady was just another guy. He was coached hard. If he made a mistake, he sat in the front and Bill Belichick will call him out in front of the entire team. So I can see how this was part of the breakup and the divorce between Tom Brady and Belichick, because Tom was like, look, I'm an aging guy. I'm an established guy. I've won so many Super Bowls. I am the GOAT. So let me do what Peyton Manning is doing and all those other guys. But look, at the end of the day, what works for Bill works for Bill, and what works for Bruce works for Bruce.
That's nice.
I can't believe I've been put in this position, Wilds, where I have to defend the Patriots. But this is outrageous commentary by Bruce Arians. The Brady-Belichick partnership is the most successful quarterback-coach partnership in sports history. And it will remain that way for at least another 8 or 9 years until Reed and Mahomes get their 6th Super Bowl ring. So I don't know why he's insistent on trying to be like, well, we did it this way. It'd be one thing if the Bucks had just gotten Aaron Rodgers, and after 1 Super Bowl and 1 appearance in a whole career in Green Bay, he's like, look, our way works better. This ain't it, bruh. He's been to 13 conference championship games before he got there. So I got to defend the Patriots, Wilds. I hate it, but I got to.
I love it. Thank you, buddy. Just quick correction, everybody. 6 as a head coach. But remember, you go like this, too. He's got 2 as a defensive coordinator for the Giants. So maybe Phil Simms should have taken some coaching reps, too. Could have had even more. But 8 Super Bowl rings on Bill Belichick if he ever wants to put them all together when he goes to Canton.
Like it.
All right, on to Kansas City. They're racking up rings there, where the Bills are looking to avenge their Week 6 loss to the Chiefs. This time they'll be at Arrowhead, but also this time they'll be a little more confident. They just beat Baltimore. So, Brandon, should the Chiefs expect to see a completely different Bills team than the one they beat in Week 6?
Absolutely. Teams get better. And you're talking about a team that's learning how to win. They don't have a successful track record of doing it year in and year out. Josh Allen is young. Josh Allen is trending in the right direction. You just add Stephon Diggs, and they're building their chemistry and continuity, and they had an amazing year. So the biggest question mark really around this team was this defense. The defensive line, the linebackers banged up early on in this year. After that game, you look from Week 7 on, this defense has taken off. Check out these statistics right here. Man, this Bills team is different. They're on the total opposite end of the spectrum now. Read the stats: completion percentages, TDs to interceptions, yards to pass, passer rating. Like, come on. So, yes, this is going to be different. You can ask the Saints. Did the Saints get a different Buccaneers team? They played them twice.
You know what, Brandon? You're absolutely right about that. And I'll say this. If the Chiefs play like they played in Week 6, they will not win this football game. That's how much better the Bills have been. Wow. Of course, you mentioned the defense. In the last 8 games, they've only given up on average 17 points. And really, in the last 6 games, they scored 5 times. That defense has gotten much better. But it really has been all about Josh Allen, that connection that he's had with Stephon Diggs, their ability to get the ball down the field and not turn the ball over offensively really has been the difference, as well as their defense. So, Nick, you better watch out. The Chiefs have to have a much better game plan than they had in Week 6.
Love it.
Yeah, you're right, because in Week 6, they only led by double digits the whole game. Mahomes played a perfect football game, and Josh Allen threw the game-losing interception. So you're right. The Chiefs are the team that's got to improve the Week 6 performance. It's a great take. And, by the way, the Chiefs, the Bills were in that big disadvantage of being at home. And now the Bills get to go on the road. Everyone's going crazy. But that's fine. I'll lean into it. Bills fans, you are a totally different team. Listen to Colin Cowherd and Brandon Marshall and Peter Schrager and all my friends who say you have the most dynamic passing attack in the AFC. You have the offensive coordinator genius of the AFC. You have the most weapons. Don't try to do ground and pound time control. No. Strength on strength. Go win a shootout, guys. Lean into it. Who's guarding Diggs? Who's guarding Beasley? Who cares if Mahomes scores? You're going to go right down the field. That's what you should do. So, yeah, a new game plan, new everything. Because if the Chiefs are be lucky, I suppose they can keep it close. But, yeah, everything should be new. And I'm so excited to watch
something on this.
I'm so excited.
We need to put something on this.
More on that later in the week. Later in the week. Deal.
All right, well, let's take a closer look at the latest Super Bowl odds, courtesy of Fox Bet Sportsbook. The Packers, not the Chiefs. The Green Bay Packers at plus 190. Now just ahead of Kansas City at plus 200. Then the Bills at plus 300 and the Bucs the long shot at plus 450. All right, Nick, are you surprised the Green Bay Packers passed the Chiefs as favorites to win the Super Bowl this year?
Oh, surprised? Yeah. Appalled? Certainly. Insulted? You betcha. Folks, this team is 24-1 in the last 25 games Patrick Mahomes has played. We don't know what they would look like on the road in the playoffs because they've been so good the last 3 years. They've never played a road playoff game, and they won't this weekend. They'll continue to play home games. And now the disrespect has reached a crescendo where for the first time since the divisional round last year, they are not the odds-on favorites to win the entire Super Bowl. A consecutive rank, if this was college football, they were the #1 ranking week after week after week. And then all of a sudden, because, they haven't lost a game that Mahomes played since October 11th, they've fallen in the rankings because they just won a game with their backup quarterback, backup running back, and without their number 2 receiver,
Mahomes.
they have fallen in the rankings. So all of a sudden, let me show you something, folks. We've got for the Chiefs. In this box are all their weapons, are all the different ways they can beat you. And now, you know what they have in it? What's this say?
It's a dossier.
Nobody believes in us. That's what it says. No, it's a card. It's a card that now we can play. The underdog card. The nobody believes in us. Brian Westbrook. Call up Lane Johnson and have him send those stupid-ass masks to Kansas City. We can wear those too. Nobody believes in us. Nobody believes in us. We believe Kansas City Chiefs, Brandon. Let's go. Let's go.
Listen, I'm not going to let you play that card. We know you guys are good, but the reality is you're not the hottest team. And I'm surprised because the hottest team is the Buffalo Bills. Maybe it's a good thing if you're a gambling man or gambling woman. If you want to make more money, bet the Bills. They are the hottest team, 11 out of the last 12 games. And when you talk about Green Bay, Green Bay is hotter than the Chiefs, Nick. You got to admit it. They are. When you look at the last 6 or 7 games compared to the Green Bay Packers, man, they're just not getting it done the way the Green Bay Packers are.
That's true.
Hey, so listen, I'm listening to Nick, and I know that Nick is wrong. And then at the beginning, Brandon was headed right down the right path, and he's saying that the Packers are hot. And then he says the Bills are the hottest team in the NFL. What are you watching, guys? Listen, Aaron Rodgers has found all of his weapons. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, Alan Lazard, Aaron Jones has come to play. They got A.J. Dillon, and Aaron Rodgers, the MVP, is being the hottest quarterback in the NFL. There's no question about who the hottest team right now is. That's the Green Bay Packers, led by our league MVP, Aaron Rodgers.
Don't check your mentions, Nick. You're wrong here. You're absolutely wrong.
No, I was checking. I wasn't checking. Hold on. Wait a minute.
Yeah?
I wasn't checking my mentions. I was checking the NFL schedule to make sure I didn't have a stroke and missed a Chiefs loss that never flipping happened. There's nothing they haven't lost with Mahomes since the Raiders Luke game. Everyone's out of their mind.
We're on to Philly, where a report has Patriots offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels as a prime candidate for the vacant Eagles job. McDaniels had an all-day interview with the Eagles brass on Sunday. Brian Westbrook, our resident Eagles guy, would Josh McDaniels be a good fit as the Eagles' next head coach?
You know, Kevin Wiles, you're going to like this conspiracy theory that I have.
We start in Tampa, but there's a little bit of an aftertaste, but I will take it. You still get the electrolytes. Bruce Arians giving us a peek into how he and Tom Brady operate. He said this: I allow him to be himself. Like New England didn't allow him to coach. I allow him to coach. I just sit back sometimes and watch. Just like Belichick, I'm sure.